please? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Could you please pull that microphone really close in front of you and speak as loudly and clearly into it as possible? Could you state your name and spell your name for the record, please?
Sahil Khindri, S-A-H-I-L, last name K-H-I-N-D-R-I.
How are you currently employed?
I have my own dealership in Milwaukee,
What is that dealership called?
Car Planet,
Where is that located?
4020 North Green Bay Avenue.
Back in August of 2020, were you operating that car dealership in Milwaukee?
Yes.
Are you familiar with a series of car dealerships here in Kenosha by the name of Car Source?
Yes, sir.
How are you acquainted with those businesses?
Actually, I worked here up until 2015, and after that, I moved to Milwaukee.
When you say you worked here
Mhm.
up until 2015, where is here?
Kenosha.
Okay, at Car Source?
Yes.
After 2015, did you work at Car Source?
No.
Did you have any ownership interest in the company?
No.
Was there a time in which you were down here at one of the Car Sources around the night of August 25th, 2020?
Is that Monday?
That's Tuesday night.
Tuesday? I was actually here. We got a call on the first night of riots. We got a call from police department. It's actually my dad's dealership, so I was here actually before that too.
What is your father's name?
Anil Khindri,
How do you spell that?
A-N-I-L, last name, same last name, sorry.
What is his relationship to the Car Source dealership?
He's the owner.
You said that we got a call. Who is the we?
Police department called because my brother's phone was off, and I guess people, like around 4 o'clock, he put it on silent mode at nighttime, and then police department called around 6:30 to notify that riots happened or stuff like that.
Who did the police call at that time?
I do not remember. One of us.
Okay. When you say one of us, it's
Either
you and
my
who else?
dad, either me, myself, or my brother. I think more like my brother.
What is your brother's name?
Anmol Khindri.
And do you know what Anmol, can you spell that for us, please?
A-N-M-O-L.
What is Anmol's relationship to Car Source?
He's basically an inventory manager. For example, cars come from the auction, give it to mechanics, repairs, and then once they are detailed, put it on the lot. That's it.
Back in August of 2020, was your brother Anmol the head of the inventory for Car Source?
Yes.
You said there was a phone call around 6:30 p.m. Do you remember which night that was?
6:30 a.m. on Monday morning. Monday morning, yes.
Okay. I misunderstood. What, if anything, did you personally do after that with regard to the issue of the phone call? Did you come down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you normally live?
We were on KR, like
That's
20 minutes away.
Okay. And when you say we were on KR, do you mean just
We live in the same house.
you, your brother, and your dad?
Yes.
Okay. So did the three of you come down at that point?
Actually, 4 of us, my mom too.
Okay. Did you all come down at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sorry.
And what did you observe about the Car Source properties at that time?
A lot of cars were burned. The building, a lot of glass was broken. So, and then the police had a caution tape around it.
I've got a map up on the wall behind you there. There is a, next to the, in front of you, that bottle of hand sanitizer, there's a device laying next to it that's a pointer. Yes, right there. It's a laser pointer, And would you please, using that map, point out the location that you've just described as having burnt out cars and police tape around it?
We're on 5821. At least can somebody?
Sorry, what was that?
The address 5821.
So this is a map of the area of Kenosha along Sheridan Road?
Right on the top, right there.
Okay. And you're pointing to the car source location, which is on the northeast corner of the intersection of 59th Street and Sheridan Road. Is that fair to say?
Yes, right there.
Okay. In addition to that location, there are two other car source locations close by on Sheridan Road. Is that right?
No. There's 63rd Street as a second car source.
Okay. There's also a location kitty corner from the one you just mentioned. Are you aware of that one?
You mean car doctor?
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
yeah. That's a repair center. Yes.
Okay. So if you could point out the one we were just talking about that you mentioned earlier. Okay. And then kitty corner across the street from that to the southwest corner, we have it labeled as car source, but do you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, right here.
Yes.
Yes.
What is that location?
Car doctor.
What is that?
It's our repair center that's owned by my mom.
Okay. When you were originally describing a location that had burnt out cars, that was the first one?
Yes.
Okay. You said you came down there at that point?
Yes.
This time in the morning? Which morning was it that you came down? Do you recall which day it was?
Monday morning.
Monday morning? So this was after Sunday night into Monday morning?
Yes.
What, if anything, did you do after that?
Cried.
Okay. What was the condition of the location that you've now described as car doctor?
Mm-hmm.
What was the condition of that location?
That was fine.
Did you see any damage to any property at that location?
No.
These locations that you've talked about, the car source at 59th and at 63rd, and then the car doctor, at that time in August of 2020, did you work for any of them?
No.
Okay. Do you go by the name Sam?
Sal.
Sal?
Yes.
Okay. Did there come a time on that Monday or maybe the following day in which you spoke to anyone, and I'm asking you personally, spoke to anyone about protecting those properties?
No.
There's an individual in the court who's been identified as Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Do you see him here in court today?
Yes.
Have you ever personally spoken to that person?
No.
Have you ever personally texted or called or spoken
No.
on the phone with that person?
No.
Okay. At any point during that Monday or Tuesday process, did you ever speak with anyone about protecting any of those locations?
No.
Okay.
I actually don't even work there.
Okay. All right.
So-
I have no further questions.
Prosecution.
So, Mr. Khindri, you, how close in age are you and your brother?
2 years apart.
Okay, and you go by Sal. Does he
Yes.
go by Sam?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I don't know if this one's on. I have no idea to turn it on.
I think, can you just turn around for a second and look at that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Is that you?
Yes.
That is you?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was Sam, but it's you.
Yeah, that's me.
And can you tell me where that picture is taken?
63rd Street.
63rd?
63rd Street. Yes.
In Sheridan?
Yes.
Okay. That was taken on the night of the 25th. Is that right?
Tuesday evening.
The 25th? Okay. identify the person sitting at the table with the blue tie on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had said that you've never seen him before?
Now I know his name,
Okay.
but I didn't know him before that.
Okay. If I told you that he was this guy right here, do you know that?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Binger asked you, if I have it right, if you had asked anyone to protect the property that night, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you had said
No.
to that? So these men are on your property, right?
It's my dad's, yes.
They're on your family's
Yes.
property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't ask them to leave, correct?
Especially when they have guns and they dress up right in front of me.
Yeah.
I was actually behind the silver Mercedes. There was a Hummer parked, which is our personal car. It had a brake line issue, and we parked that car inside, me and my mechanic. And there were a bunch of cars came in around 7-ish, and then the person that's right next to me dressed up right in front of me, like putting the fancy shoes on or something like that, and then he put some other, and then I was over there and I observed that they did that.
Well, tell me if this is right. You didn't think they were there to harm you, did you?
No.
Okay. And do you know anybody else in that picture?
No.
Do you know a gentleman by the name of Nick Smith?
Later I learned he was actually worked for my brother about for a week or two, I don't recall, because I live in I manage Milwaukee store, so I really don't even know his staff until when I come there, because I'm there all day.
Okay, so people in that photograph
Mhm.
have worked for members of your family in the past. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. And only if you know. Do you know if those people in that picture were going into the car store's physical building?
Okay, the person with the white hat with the cross. Later, I find out that he was he used to work for my brother as an ex-detailer, and he worked for a short amount of time.
So my question to you is, do you know if people in that photograph were physically inside that building
No.
that evening?
No.
You don't know that, or they weren't?
In this building?
Yes.
No.
Were they in any other of the car store's buildings that your family owns?
Just the 5821 and the car doctor, which is a service center.
So they were physically present inside 2 of the 3 buildings, right?
I don't understand your question.
Well, you said you have 3 buildings on Sheridan Road.
Yes.
You said they were not physically present inside that building, right?
Correct.
But they were physically present in the 59th?
Who present?
Any of these people?
No. No. Only person which I can imagine, because the Nick, he probably inside because he worked as a cleaning cars. That's what he used to do.
Okay. Did he work there at the time, on August 25th?
No.
Do you know how he got in the building?
I do not know.
To get in the building, he would need a key, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Only if you know, does your family's business give keys to people who no longer work there?
They don't.
So, to physically get into the building, would somebody in your family have to open the building?
Correct.
Okay. And do you remember what time you took that picture with those people on the screen?
Right before the curfew. I can recall 7:30ish.
And then did you leave?
Yes.
Okay. And are you telling the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there was no conversation between you and any of those people about staying to protect the business?
No.
Nothing.
No.
No, there was not, or no, there.
No, there wasn't.
No conversation.
No.
at
I
all?
think, I personally believe, I think the questions more you have is for my brother.
For Sam.
Yes, he goes by Sam.
Okay.
Because I don't even work there.
Sal, do you have a BMW?
Yes.
Do you remember giving Mr. Rittenhouse a ride from Car Source, what we call Car Source 2, which I think is the car doctor, to Car Source on 63rd? Do you remember doing that?
No.
You don't remember doing
No.
that day?
No.
But you do have a BMW?
Yeah, I have 10 more cars.
Okay. All right.
10 more cars.
Sir, thank you for your time.
Yep.
I don't have any other questions.
Mr. Binger?
Mr. Khindri, there's going to be something up on the screen in just a second I'd like you to take a look at. It's, is there a way to zoom in on the text? Mr. Khindri, there's a message on the screen. It's a text message. I'd like you to read it to yourself, if you would.
Hi, Sam.
No, to yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Have you ever seen that message before?
Yes.
When did you see it? The first time?
I think Thursday or Friday. My brother showed it to me.
Thursday or Friday of what week?
The same week.
Of the week of August 25th, 2020, when
Yes.
all this was happening?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sorry.
Is it fair to say then that this was a message that was sent or received by your brother, not by you?
Correct.
Okay. That's all I have about that. Put up the photo again, please. Mr. Khindri, there's the photo that was just shown to you of you at the that is the 63rd Street Car Source, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there's a group of people there. It's kind of hard. I'm going to ask you to try and go back in time to that moment. There may be some things you've learned since then. I'm interested in, at that very moment, as you're standing there with that group of people, did you know any of them?
No.
I got to ask, why are you in the picture?
I saw the guy right to the right of me dressing up, and I was so impressed. And he mentioned he's from ex-army, and I was like, I never seen that, and I normally saw these things on TV. So I'm the one who requested, can I take a picture? And I think somebody did. I can't recall who did it. And then I gave my phone number to Nick to send it to me, and then that's it.
Did he ever do that?
Yeah, he did.
Can you tell us which one is Nick?
The guy with the white hat.
Okay, that's the
With
white
the
hat with the
X's.
red cross?
Yes.
And I assume before this night you knew who he was?
No, because I always work in Milwaukee, and my brother runs the Kenosha stores.
Okay. Let's put aside Nick for a second. Did you know anyone else in that picture?
No, sir.
What was your understanding at that moment in time what those people were doing there? Did you have an understanding?
A lot of cars came, I think 3 or 4, I can't recall which ones, and me and my technician parking our Hummer inside the shop because the brake lines were leaked, and and I saw these people were dressing up and this, and I went over there, and I observed that they're dressing up. For me, that was really impressive.
But again, my question is, what was your understanding of why they were there? Did you have an understanding of why they were at your place?
They were saying that they were here to protect Kenosha because and community service, and I was like, okay.
Did you hear any of them say they were specifically there for car source?
No.
You mentioned that there was a Hummer that you parked inside a shop. Was it this building shown in the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
All the way to the end.
Okay. We know this is the 63rd Street car source.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to take a look at the people in that photograph there. Obviously, you're next to them at 63rd Street. My question is, were you with any of those people anywhere else that night?
No.
Were you with any of those people at the Car Doctor location on the southwest corner of 59th and Sheridan at any point that night?
I recalled there were a lot of right across the street from a Car Doctor. A lot of people were walking by. I observed some people over there, yes.
Which of those people in the photograph did you observe by the Car Doctor? The one I'm going to use, you're calling it the Car Doctor. We actually haven't heard that up until today, but either way, it's that car source location on the southwest corner, or the Car Doctor location on the southwest corner of 59th and Sheridan. You know which location I'm talking about?
Right across the street from the main lot, right? Yes.
Which of the people in that photograph did you see or were you with at that Car Doctor location?
No one.
No one in that photograph?
No. I saw a lot of people, like from a Car Doctor. If I'm standing over there across the street, they were passing. And then, yeah, I saw that.
But that wasn't anybody in this photograph?
Not that I recall.
Okay, thank you.
Cross-examination? Recross?
Mr. Khindri, I have one question. Are you aware that the people in that picture were at all three of your family businesses that evening?
No.
You were unaware of that?
No.
Okay. And
No, I was not aware of it, or?
Yeah, no, I'm not aware of it.
and you, at a little before curfew, you had left for the night, and that was your involvement on the 24th, correct?
Is it Tuesday?
I'm sorry,
25th.
25th.
Was it Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, that day, that's the last thing I did was took the picture, and then my brother came in with our mechanic because we heard people chanting over by the courthouse, and then my brother came with the mechanic. He dropped him off, and we're like, okay, let's go. We just left.
I don't have anything else. Thank you.
Any you may step down, sir.
Thank you.